doing well today, my friends. Today we're going to be continuing a little bit of this painting that we've been working on. I want to try something, guys. Let's, let me take some of my yellow. Maybe, I don't know, guys. There's like a little color at the edge here that I kind of want to try to get, but I'm also not too sure about it. That sounds a little cryptic, but it'll make a little bit of sense when I go for it. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit of an orangier color. I'm using a slightly yellow orange to go along with the color that I am using. And I'm using a little bit of white to just punch up the color a bit. Okay. I think we'll be in a good spot here. Let's try it. I don't know how much different it's going to look in the long run from what we've already done, but actually it might look a little bit, well, okay. It's looking a little transparent near the edges anyhow. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll just let it go. It's not necessarily even a bad color, but I don't know, I just felt like it needed a little bit extra oomph down in there because it was looking so, I don't know, it's just looking so transparent. That transparency, I don't know, it's not going to work with our painting. Let's take some white on Prussian blue. Let's see what this looks like. I need it to be a very light color. Very, very light. Sometimes this is a very difficult color to deal with. It's somewhere, I don't know, it seems like the blue I'm looking for is always somewhere in between, like Prussian blue and ultramarine. It always feels like it. All right, down in here, right about here. Let me wipe off my brush a little bit more because, I don't know, it feels a little bit dirty at this point. Just a little bit there. I think that'll be better. Let's try that again right here. God, some of this paint is a little bit wet. It's kind of bleeding into what we're doing. Some of this right here. Maybe it just needs a little bit of the ultramarine touch on it. Yeah, maybe. And we'll just stretch this down right about there. Okay. Whew. It's like there's a little reflection going on here. Okay. Maybe we'll extend this just a little bit further. Because this feels... Oh, this feels like it needs something over in here. Oh, okay. You wouldn't think it'd be that stressful, but sometimes, whew, just trying to get a very tight area done like that is, it's a lot. All right, let's take some of our ultramarine at this point. I think, you know what, let's try something with the mud color that we use periodically. Because I have a whole batch of this mud, and I want to see what it looks like when we try to add kind of a shadow color to things. Right now, though, this color is just so green that it's difficult to do anything with it. I don't know, this may have been a bad bet. No, we're trying things. There's nothing wrong with trying things. Hmm. Yeah, I think there's just too much white in this. Too much white in this paint for it to really be effective. I think we're fine. Now that yeah, that's getting a little bit closer. Now that I kind of added a little bit more of my ultramarine to the mix. Okay, we're good here. Let's squeeze it in down here, guys. Right there. There's that color. Now we're going to cover up a lot of this that we've already done, I think. Down here, down there, and around everywhere. Okay. And there's going to be a couple of bars that are going down from the sign here that extend all the way up into the post, but we're not going to mess around with those right now, I don't think. Maybe not right now, but, well, later. Alright, let's think for a second. We need a little bit green here. I don't know if I'm going to get something a little green the way I'm doing it at the moment. Okay. Alright. This is a little bit better. Yeah. I just need a sap green right now with a whole lot of yellow in it. A lot of yellow. Maybe a little white. Seems like I'm always adding white to everything. Can't get away from it, guys. Alright. It's not looking too bad at all. Okay. Because this color here, there's going to be like a slightly lighter version of it in a minute here, once we finally have things sorted. But the bottom, I think, is going to be a little bit more of this vibrant green color that we have going on. Let's just bring this up slightly, right to about there. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Now let's add some white to our green mix. Let's see where this takes us. I think I don't know. I don't know. The white doesn't seem like it's helping that much. Well, maybe it's helping. Actually, maybe this might be alright. Alright. Let me try something right here. Right here, let's just throw a little mark right here in. Now that might be a little bit dark. It is a little dark. Maybe we can cover that up slightly with this. Alright, so that's fits in a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little nicer. That's better. Okay. Now let's get out our Viridian, my friends. I want to try to get things as close to the actual color as I can. And we'll start. Yeah, we'll start with just this color right here. We've already got a very light color to work with that's actually pretty close to what we want. So this Prussian blue has really turned our mud mix into something that just has a lot of personality to it. Hopefully the paint isn't going to be like too dry or anything when I get to this. Actually, there might be some dry bits here and there, but we can always just kind of pick them off as we go. And ideally, once we have this kind of blocked in, we can start thinking about there's actually a bit of dry paint on here. I guess you use a mud mix. There might be some dry paint eventually. God, maybe I should stop using mud mix. No, I don't know. It's hard to decide these things sometimes. I think it's just a byproduct of maybe not scraping as much of the dried stuff off my palette as I thought I had. So we kind of have this in place. And it doesn't look too bad. Sometimes I wonder if I made this post wide enough. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but I'm probably just second guessing myself too much. In the grand scheme of things, it's probably fine. Yeah, it's probably fine. Alright, I haven't really done too much with Viridian yet, so let's just see what happens. I've had this color kind of on standby for a while. It's been waiting in the wings for its opportunity to do something, and now it might finally be that time. It is the closest color we have on the palette to what we're trying to do, so let's see what Viridian wants, or what we can get from Viridian. It's kind of bathtub green color. Okay. Sometimes, because it is a very, it is an interesting color. It's very, well, it's not strong, but you add some white to it, and it kind of comes to life. It's kind of great that way. Sometimes it makes you feel like, you don't really appreciate it as much as you thought you did. I don't know. All right. God, am I going to regret using this color? No, I don't think I will. I don't think I will. It's just different is all. What I might do, I might just, whenever we whip something up like this, one thing we can do is we can just kind of sneak it up into the upper parts. Give it a little bit more, I don't know, continuity with the other colors that we've been working with. Something like that. Hmm. God, is this going to be too much? I don't know. Well, let's try this. Let's see what it looks like. Just very lightly up and down kiss this canvas. There. This actually is okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I still want to do a little bit more with my Viridian right now, but that's not bad. That really helps us get some of the, really helps us get some of the more complex colors that we're seeing off to the side. And then for the last part, I think, sap green and cadmium yellow deep will do the trick. It'll really pull the piece together, I think. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to have a lot more green to the cadmium yellow on this. Yeah, I think we are. I need something more of an olive color. Is that what we're looking for? It might be, actually. Yeah, it might be. Okay. So what's happening here is that a lot of this olive green color that we're seeing is being captured in the reflections. But also it's kind of capturing some of the sky blue as well. But, you know, the sky blue isn't exactly the same color as the sky. Not that it really needs to be, but that is what's happening, my friends. All right, let's just sneak a little bit, probably in here too. I've probably already done too much, but hey, what's a little bit more, right? feel like this off to the side. Maybe should, but I guess, I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it for right now. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it. It's not like what we're doing isn't working at all. No, what we're doing actually looks pretty okay. I feel like I'm giving myself such light praise here that it's hard to say anything nice about myself while I'm painting. Nah. Painting is just, sometimes you feel very unsure about how things are going to look. Because even when you know what you're doing, there's still that looming feeling that you're going to mess this up. There's always that looming feeling just hovering over your shoulder. I guess that's what makes painting so scary. Well, it is what it is. Okay. All right. All right. I'm kind of mixing up a little bit of white with my Viridian to see what the color is going to look like in a hot second. How this is going to look up against that. All right. like I say, it's a little bit of a lighter kind of bathtub green. It's a little bit of a surreal color to work with, but you know, if you work a lot with like phthalo green or anything, if you work a lot with cobalt greens, it's a very similar type of shade. And Viridian really reveals itself when you start adding white to it. Otherwise, it's kind of a sneaky color. Is that the right word for it? It's kind of sneaky. Okay. Alright, there's the Viridian. Now maybe for something a little bit on the light side. More of a violet color, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this is more of a violet color. Let's try this and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. Alright. Maybe for our coup de grace today, take some of this color and put it in here. Cool. Yeah, that looks pretty nice, guys. Oh well. Let's say painting is looking a little bit more like how I thought it would look. Now that we've got the grid going and now that we've got our proportions fixed. I might still have to fix some things here and there, but overall, it's not too bad. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here with me. I'll catch you again soon, everyone. Have a great day, guys.